All right, now continue to talk smack about my computer.
I'm just saying how your video card's slower than my son's.
Yeah.
And barely faster than my daughter's.
Keep throwing it on. Keep digging. Keep going. What else you got?
If it was a priority, you'd buy a better one. That's all.
True. It's not a priority for me, unfortunately. I think about it at times. Like maybe I should. But then I was like,
they've also got
what
crazy
purpose?
expensive.
I also I don't play a lot of PC games, so I don't really need a massive, great video card.
Yeah, I mean, instead of getting PS5, you could have got a video card.
I think I've played more games on my PS5 so far.
Well, that's because your video card's not good enough.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm still in that old school mentality of like, I just want to sit on a couch and play.
I can do that too.
I know, but I don't know. It's just weird, man. It's not weird. It's just, I don't know. It's not as comfortable.
It is more set up, but part of it is because of my complicated setup too, right? Because I have it set up for recording too.
Yeah.
And my computer's on one side of the room and the TV's in the other side of the room. I have my son and my computer both going to an HDMI that can go to the TV.
Yeah.
So I have to switch between them depending on who wants to use the TV.
Just seems like a lot.
That's all right. It's the cord that comes back from the TV that's even more complicated.
To figure out where it's going to.
And we can capture the consoles on the computer too. So that all comes over here, depending on which input you're using over there.
See.
CCI. I mean, I see.
I see. Too much. Happy Canada Day.
Yes, tomorrow. Or today, if you're listening to this.
This is like really, like we've cut it close pretty.
I have fun editing this because
I
don't want to be that person.
There's no editing. It's going to be a straight downloaded upload.
Add music.
I don't know if I'm going to do it for this episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's going to be just
that was your choice. I gave you the option.
Listen, no. I said this was your choice. Let's not pull the blame on me. I said Sunday or Monday, and you said Monday works.
Oh, you're right. I did say Monday. Yeah. It was my wife's choice.
We'll blame Cynthia then.
I'm fine with that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's okay. I was
yesterday would have worked.
Yesterday would have worked. I was away for the weekend, and I didn't really feel like doing a whole lot when I got back last night. And I was very productive. Yes, last night.
What's that like?
Productive for like useless reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll get to that later. So, but this past weekend was surprise. Ben, do you remember Ben? Everyone remember Ben? Gamers R Us Ben.
Your old YouTube partner.
My lifelong friend, ex YouTube partner. Well, the man, the myth, the legend, getting married in July.
Oh.
So we had his bachelor party this weekend. That's where I was.
Okay.
So I went out.
Where did that occur? Okay.
Went to the cottage. It was
not Vegas, not Niagara Falls.
Not Vegas, nothing crazy. No, it was just kind of like hang out at a cottage, do some fun things. I will show you I will post this to our Blue Sky account. But this was this is what I brought, I should say. Give me 1 second.
Great podcasting.
Great podcasting.
Quality. Okay, so you brought a bin full of gaming stuff.
A Rubbermaid tote of video games.
Yeah. Yep.
What I normally take to the video game shows, I have brought.
Well, one of, yeah.
I have brought to.
I see 2 8-bit Go controllers, maybe 3.
Yeah, so this is my Switch. It was a bad angle, but this is my Switch. This is my.
I was hoping it was a Steam Deck.
Yeah, not quite. My 8-bit Do controllers from my Switch. Underneath all of this is my PS4 Pro. I did not bring the PS5 because I don't have any PS5 multiplayer games. I
NES
brought
Classic.
the NES Classic, the Super Nintendo Classic, the PlayStation 1 Classic.
I see
brought
Wii U and Wii games there.
Wii U and Wii, and then I also brought what was the other console? No, that was it. The Switch,
and a Bluetooth
Switch,
speaker.
PS4, and Wii U is what I brought, and the 3 mini consoles. Do you want to take a guess at what we played the most out of all of these things?
SNES Mini.
Close. Is the PlayStation
NES
1
Mini?
Classic.
Oh, okay. It all depends on the people and what they grew up with or what they're nostalgic for, right?
Yeah. Well, I
Especially
mean,
for Ben, because it's Ben's party, so I'm assuming you're letting him choose what to play for the most part.
A little bit, but he also doesn't like he does a lot of video game stuff, but he's not aware of a lot of the video games that are out there. And he also
especially multiplayer. He's mostly an RPG single player type guy. I'm guessing.
Not really. I mean, he kind of plays
Okay.
a bit of everything.
Okay.
But he likes what I'll call like quote unquote bad games, like the games that you'd have like you'd watch AVGN play. He would watch.
I've never watched AVGN play a game.
Okay, well, I mean, but he makes videos about the games, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Ben will play, like he won't beat them, but he likes to play them and enjoy how bad they are.
Okay.
So I did that, but more about here's games we can actually play and beat if we actually wanted to. Well, obviously, we didn't beat any games, but I introduced him to Incredible Crisis on PS1, Pepsi Man on PS1, and a few others. And then some other people had like memories with like Bushido Blade 1 and 2. So we did those. We did a lot of Tetris Plus because that's a good multiplayer game. So yeah, just stuff like that. Wii U, we went back to Affordable Space Adventure.
Okay.
A lot of fun. That's
I've
a
never
three-player game.
played it. Yeah.
So I actually forgot I forgot my Wii U hard drive here at home.
Oh.
So when I got out there, not thinking that it wouldn't be on the console, I went to go play it and it says this can't be played, and just the icon was gone from my Wii U.
Oh, good.
It just like deleted the icon. I was like, oh no. But surprise, surprise, you can still go onto the Wii U store and re-download software.
Oh, okay.
Which I did not think was possible.
Yeah.
But I found a way to get in and was able to. There was Wi-Fi up there, although I think my 5G would have been faster. And was able to download. It took about 45 minutes to download a game that was about a gigabyte.
Good
But
stuff.
we got it. We got it. So yes,
that's why you play the PlayStation Classic while you're downloading the Wii U game.
That's essentially what we did. Yeah.
Good.
So
I did not have anything that fun going on.
Nothing
I'm pretty sure this past weekend I just basically cleaned up my garage and did outdoor stuff.
Is this the week you took off to clean your garage? When's the week?
No, that's coming up still. That's like August, first week of August. I did take off this past Friday, and I took off today. So I had a long weekend, and tomorrow's Canada Day, so another day for the.
A lot of people did that, even in my work. I got screwed over because I didn't do any of
that. Yeah, I can't remember what I did anymore. I know I spent time with the wife and kids a couple times throughout like a couple days here and there. Today, my son was talking to me about video games. We got the kids on the bouncy castle because we still have a bouncy castle.
Okay.
Mine's still old enough or small enough for it, but she won't be soon. And Sean's way too big for it. So we got a trampoline a few weeks ago. Did I tell you about that?
No,
or not? Oh, okay. So I guess my wife randomly decided it'd be a good idea to get a trampoline.
Okay.
And I said, really? Do we need a trampoline? Like, yeah, I've always wanted to have a trampoline, but like, we don't have that much room in the backyard. It's decent, but we don't have that much room in the backyard. So she found Canadian Tire had one. I think it's 8 foot, maybe it's 10 foot. I can't remember. And she saw the Canadian Tire flyer, said she's going to go get it. Went on the Monday, and the sale had ended
Oh, dang.
on the Sunday. So it must have been one of those flash sale things where it's like just over the weekend or whatever. So she talked to them, and I guess they have a 30-day price guarantee policy that even if the sale ends, you can still get the sale price within 30 days or some crap.
Wow.
Yeah, Canadian Tire only, I guess. Maybe other stores that are owned by the same people, like Sport Check. But and Marshfork Warehouse is owned by them too. But they talked to the customer service people, they talked to the manager, and they just gave her the price. So she got a trampoline for $200.
Nice.
So can't complain about that at all. It's one of the ones with like
No.
the mesh netting all around, so safety for kids. Because she was paranoid about that. She's never really used a trampoline much as a kid, so she doesn't really know how it is. But she was just cautious and went with the ones that have all the safety feature kind of thing, and happened to be the ones on sale. So, and the right size for the backyard. So we took our like climbing dome we have in the backyard, that thing, whatever you want to call it. I forget what the shape is, but anyway, moved that over, moved the kids' play house that they don't play anymore because they're too big for. We're going to get rid of that. And then Lauren decided she wanted to play in it because, of course, she does as soon as you look at it and start moving it. So then we moved it beside the playground. So it's playground, swing, and then the trampoline. And then over on the other side is the dome beside the garden.
Climbing dome.
Mm-hmm. So if it's fine back there, there's no problem. We also have a soccer net we picked up free on the side of the road from some neighbors who were throwing it away a couple years ago. So there's stuff to do back there. Anyway, trampoline. We did the trampoline. What the heck was more of the story? Oh, because the trampoline and the kids are getting too big, I thought we should get rid of the bouncy castle. So they used the bouncy castle one last time on Friday, I think it was, since he was working, and I had the day off. So I set it up for the kids, and at least Lauren played on it because Sean's too big. But Sean jumped on the trampoline while she was on the bouncy castle, and then I took pictures and posted it for sale.
Okay.
We got it at a local store, children's supermarket or something like that. Anyway, it's basically like one of those places you take old kids' clothes and toys, and they do consignment where they'll sell it for you in their store and give you a cut. Her old boss owns the place, so she had built up stuff credit there for years, and we got this bouncy castle there. It was brand new in the box, never been used, and we only paid $200 worth of credit for it. And it's one of those places like game stores where if you use the credit instead of the cash, you get more, right?
Yeah.
So same kind of thing. We used the credit instead and took all these toys and clothes and got a bouncy castle for it. Used it like 2 times. So it's like a third time we're using it, really.
Yeah.
And when we first set it up, my son was probably at the limits of its size handling, right? Like its age and weight. So he only really went out once. He had a good time, but so I figured it was time to finally get rid of it and stop storing this thing. So I posted it for sale the other day and had a bunch of people messaging. One person offered 150. Somebody's like, yeah, if they come get it today. Of course they said, I can't come get it today.
Of course, yeah.
Some other people messaged, and most people were flaky as usual. And one guy said he's in Woodstock and will come get it. And I'm like, okay, but I have other people interested. So are you actually going to come? He's like, yeah. I'm working till 11 tomorrow. I will come right after that. I'm like, okay. So that was yesterday, and he showed up today and bought it, and he was thrilled. And he's kept commenting on my Facebook marketplace rating. He's like, you have a crazy good rating, so I trust you and stuff like that. So yeah, sounds good. Like I was gonna open the box. Like I opened the box to just show him the components that are in there. But it's like a tent. Once you get in the box, you're not gonna want to pull it out.
You're not taking it out
until
again,
you're setting it up. And, it's not easy to get back in the box. So he's like, no problem. I trust you. Your rating's good. And he already said that in texting. So I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That's good.
Basically,
so that $200.
That's $200 moves to the trampoline. You just transfer.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. But my son decided that money should go towards getting a Switch too.
Okay.
So he was talking to me today about what else we could sell. I'm like, I do have a bit of games that we pulled off the shelf to sell, and he helps me go through. He actually went through price charting and priced them all out, which he had already done for me when we were before the game swap. and we were just double checking the prices were still accurate. A couple of them needed adjusted, not terrible. And then he adds up the total value of it. It's over $700. And he's like, well, you definitely get a Switch.
But you have to sell the
the
ball
hard part of
first.
selling the ball.
Yeah.
And then I said, we could just sell them at 50%. And he said, all right, so if we marked them all down and sold them fast at 50% off. He's like, yeah, Josh.
Well, that's why I got the text today.
And then I texted you to say, hey, you need an inventory?
We're
a shot.
We're the shot. Yeah. I still have all my game stuff I got to go through. I can't be bringing any more in. And you keep finding TVs for me that I have to store somewhere.
Yes, I did find a TV for you. That's on my list of things to talk about too. Because I'm in a bunch of Facebook groups and for free stuff in our area. And a small 13-inch TV pops up. It looks like it's one of the newer ones, like good quality tube probably for a small TV, and no VCR built in, but it was free. So I messaged just saying interested, and I'm like, oh man, I probably shouldn't because I don't need it. Maybe Josh will want to sell it. And then I'm like, wait, this is a free group. I'm not supposed to sell things that I get in the free group. I started to feel bad. And then I'm like, whatever. I was the second person to message. Someone else is probably already going to pick it up. They were already talking back and forth with the other person. I thought nothing of it. Then like 2 hours later, I get a message saying you still have the TV. I'm like, oh man. And then she messages with, hey, your last name. I know people with that last name. I grew up around the corner, and my uncle Alec was that last name. And you also have a friend. You have a person on your friends that's a friend of mine. It's actually my niece. I'm like, oh geez. So I look at who she's talking about. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's my cousin, like a distanter cousin to mine.
Yeah.
And then when she said Alec, I'm just like, wait, Alec? Does she mean Alex, my grandpa? So I told her, like, yes, that's my last name. I'm from that area you're describing. Like I told her what town I grew, or what small town I lived in, because that was right next to the small town she's talking about. And told her where I was born and raised and everything. And then I got to her house and we started talking. It's like, yeah, her grandpa is brothers with my grandpa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Small town.
So yeah, really, really close. They related.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. So we sat there talking for a while, and we just talked. She talked a lot about the difference in age, because her grandpa was 8 years older than my grandpa, I think. So after we started talking, she messages me with, hey, here's some more background, and sends me a photo of her grandpa, their sister, and my grandpa all in a photo together on the farm where I grew up as a kid, that I knew was my grandpa's childhood home and was my dad's childhood home.
Yeah.
And then in the background, I recognized the barn because it was the same barn. So I knew the angle it was on. And I remember that in 2002, I went and visited that farm, and I went and took a picture of that barn. And I sent her that photo from the same angle and said, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same angle as that photo was taken in.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool to see the same photo. Now that barn is gone, and my other cousin lives on that farm now, which is also cool, because I went there for, was it Easter this year? What was it? It was Easter, I think. She had a family gathering there, so I got to go see the farm again and walk back in the bush, and everything's so different. The house has been renovated like crazy and stuff. But yeah, because it was just a small townhouse or farmhouse that my dad had 13 siblings, and they grew up in that house, all of them. So
yeah,
and there was 4 of us, me and my siblings.
Yeah, wow.
Basically, the area that was upstairs of the house that used to be 4 bedrooms is now 2 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms?
Because of the way things have grown these days with bedroom size.
Yeah.
Just in my memory, it's so much bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, things always seem bigger when you're a kid, right? Like,
yeah, it's crazy how much, like, even thinking how big it was, I'm like, yeah, it was decent sized rooms, and then there was a closet in between them. Well, now that's just one room.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's normal.
Yeah, because my 2 brothers shared that one room.
Goodness.
Yeah, so I did a whole bunch of listings on Facebook today for a lot of the stuff we have to sell. Not all of it. I didn't get through all of it, but got through the DS games and 3DS games. And then some guy messages me, says he wants to buy a game, but will I wait till Saturday? Today's
Yeah,
Monday.
Never.
He just said, please message me closer to the date to see if it's still available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. I mean, great, message me, but I don't need to wait till your paycheck comes in.
Why not?
Like that's entirely what it was. It's just they want me to wait till their paycheck comes in.
Well, a lot of places are also like that's the big scam nowadays is, oh, I'm wait a couple days and I'll transfer you money now. And then they'll send you an e-transfer link. You have to click,
Oh,
get the money,
yeah,
and then that's the big thing now. But
yeah, no, I'm not clicking any link that I don't recognize.
yeah, exactly. Well, they're getting smarter. They're even saying like, hey, this may not work because I'm using a third party and auto deposit may not confirm. So
Yeah, red flags, red flags, red flags.
I've had a couple. If I get hit, if I post an ad and I get like 3 hits in the first 5 minutes, I know they're all scams. So
yeah,
trying to get something to show you, but I need a cable that I don't have.
It was also Father's Day. Did you do anything for Father's Day?
I didn't do much. No. I went and saw my parents for dinner. That's about it. I said that I would take my dad to a movie. He just has to tell me what movie he wants to go to.
Okay.
We haven't gone to a movie yet.
So he doesn't know what movie he wants to go to then?
No, not yet.
Is that the reason?
I don't think there's anything he wants to see out right now. He did want to go and see the new Mission Impossible. But he already went to go see that by the time Father's Day had come around. So, yes. What about you?
I don't think we did much. That's why I was hoping you had some answer. I started looking at my photos to come up with an answer. And that's when I got distracted by the photo of the farm. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll queue up the photo of the farm. And then you can see how the image is the exact same. We went to Surplus. We went to Crazy Bins. I did message you that day with the basket for the 4-wheeler for the mini bike.
Yeah,
it's meant for a regular bike, but
make it work.
Yeah, for sure. I did some cleaning in my garage. I don't know what else I did. Definitely Crazy Bins. Oh, we went out and took the remote control trucks to the park in our neighborhood. So we took my my rock crawler trucks, the slow moving. I've got 2 of those low C mini rock crawler, a rock crawler mini, I think it's called. And we took those out. And then I have another one that's like 4-wheel drive and 4-wheel steering that's smaller. For my daughter to use mainly, and then another one that's 2-wheel drive from like Costco, but it's a faster one, so you often like wait out and don't need a lot more room to use. So we did that. It was fun. Nothing too crazy. Just a fun day of. Oh, we also did metal detecting that day too. So we took metal detectors and the trucks out to the park.
Okay.
We only took the one metal detector, I think, though, because it was unnecessary to have 2. We got 3 actually. I refurbished my grandpa's. I think I mentioned a few months ago that I'd taken my grandpa's old metal detector and put lithium battery in it.
Yes, I think so.
I could not figure out how to use it though. It was just either way too sensitive or not sensitive at all. I think I need to actually read the manual for it because it's an older one, like 1979 old.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing really else. I have those 2 photos here. Of course, it won't zoom out on that one. There we go. I'm gonna share that. Okay. Present my screen again. Great audio medium.
Yeah. Well.
I'm gonna share
Okay. No one listens anyway.
screen. Yeah, that's true. So this is the photo of my grandfather in this little, it looks
Oh,
like a
wow.
dress. I don't know if it's shorts or whatever. That's her grandfather and the two sisters, which, yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. But I believe this is their dog. There's the barn. That
Okay.
window, this window, this window. There was a door here, but I think there was another one over here. And there's where I went to that same barn, I think in 2002. And this is 1962, I believe,
Okay.
to 2002.
Yeah.
I zoom it. I can't move it over, but anyway, it's the same barn. You can see the window up here. These ones have all been paneled over.
Boards, yeah.
Probably the wood
The
is
silo is
rotting or
probably
something.
newer.
Yeah, the silo is newer. I think my dad put that up. This pile here was also not there, and it was in the other photo. But they had a
Yeah.
wooden fence all the way around. And this went out to the sugar shack. They had a sugar shack where they did maple syrup.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the old barn. Many, 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 many hours climbing around in that thing when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I believe it.
and all the electrical wasn't there then. Can see the electrical wires here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Crazy.
Neat to run across somebody I'm related to and not even know. Oh, that wasn't 1964. Sorry, that's a different photo. This is 1940. No, that's the year they got married. Where is, she doesn't have the year. That's way earlier. 1930? Yeah, 1930. Albert is her grandpa. No, that's still that year they got married. I guess she doesn't have a year for this photo. 1930s when her grandpa got married. 1942 is when my grandpa got married.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't have ages here either, so I couldn't do the calculation to figure out how old they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was way off on the year though. I just remembered 62 on mine. That was the year my grandpa got married. Not, she sent another photo with the wedding photo that she has, that I also have, and my parents have at their house, of my grandparents.
Oh, that's weird. Not weird, but it's like
Yeah.
weird to see like the same picture from someone you don't
Uh-huh.
know.
Yeah, I'm with the exact same picture, but it's in the exact same like paper frame from the
Oh.
same like photography people.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to be like, I had that exact same photo, like exact same, not even a little the same. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
What else?
I fixed a sink.
Oh,
We
was it a
we were
mowing device?
no, this was the drain in the bottom of our
Okay.
kitchen
Is it a mowing
sink.
drain?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's some generic thing. If it was a mower, I'd go get some warranty, but
Yeah.
the threads on the bottom of the drain that thread into the like slider thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I
slip
do.
thing.
I did a
The
sink not
solid
long ago.
tube that goes into the bottom of the sink that slides into the slider. That solid tube, the threads on it rusted all the way through
Oh.
on the bottom of our sink, and it just started leaking. We didn't notice at first. I picked up the garbage can to move it and said, "Why is this so heavy? Did you throw like a bunch of meat or like fruit or something in here?" I was
Yeah.
like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I was doing something else. I don't remember what. I moved it out. I have grabbed it to fill it up with something off the kitchen table or something. We were doing some project. I can't remember. Just move the garbage can to do this, scoop it all of the garbage can, put it back. I'm like, it's really heavy. She didn't,
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know why. The next, maybe later that day, I can't remember. I was working out back in the backyard trying to get watering system set up for the garden to
Mhm.
set up automatically water the garden every morning. So she doesn't need to go outside and do it because she's obsessed with doing it. And it always gives us a good amount of vegetables and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to do it automated. And I had it automated last year, but it was like the pipes would bust from too high pressure. So I went and bought it a little adapter thing that has 8 outputs instead of just the one, because the more you spread the pressure out, the less pressure
Yeah.
there is to each one.
Yeah.
And then I was finishing that up after a bunch of the garden hose connections had seized, and I couldn't get them off when I was trying to replace them with new new ones like the shut-off valve wouldn't work and all this crap. So the splitter I had to replace, I had to cut the hose, fix the hose, all this crap, like put new ends on it. Come in from that as I'm almost done, like 8:30 at night. And then she tells me, remember that garbage can having a bunch of water in it? Yeah, the sink is leaking. She says, it's pretty bad, I think. I'm like, oh God, that's not good. So then my mind goes to, okay, the dishwasher comes out into that sink, into that drain. Maybe the dishwasher plumbing into that drain line is leaking,
Backing
or
up somewhere.
maybe it's, I've had it before where the dishwasher line coming out into the hose actually had a little piece of glass in it. And that was causing it to not flow correctly, and the dishwasher wouldn't drain. So I was just picturing worst case scenario. I think at one other time I had a piece of bone that was from some food that was in there and stuck in the exact same spot. So I just picturing worst case like that, but it was leaking, and maybe something was overflowing, or I don't even know what. So I finally finished the one project and come inside to fix the next project, and then see that it's the threads had broke. So I head over Canadian Tire and grab a new drain after I figure out what size it is and make sure I've got pictures enough to make sure the sizes are all right, and I'm not going to buy the wrong thing.
Thankfully, they're all pretty standard.
Yeah. There was other options. There was like a premium one. I'm like, oh, maybe that's better because the pipe is like steel instead of whatever the heck this brass or whatever it looks like is that rusted on it before. But it was fine. I got home, I fixed it, and I said, that was a way easier repair than I thought it was going to be. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Still not what I wanted to be doing on Thursday night, but
no.
At least I had the day off after, and
I can make it count.
Yep.
I haven't fixed anything. I've been a lazy boy. I was planning on working on my trailer with my dad. You remember? I remember telling you we pulled the floor out last year. My little enclosed trailer. I think you were gonna borrow it, I think.
And yes, for my sister moving.
Yeah, but we didn't have a frame inside the trailer, so it's just
minor details.
Minor details, It'd be fine if you didn't lean anything against the walls or if nothing touched the walls. It'd be fine.
Yeah. I can't trust my family to do that.
So, anyways, I've been trying to get together with my dad for the past 2 weeks to find a good time to work on the trailer. And every day we were going to work on it, it was almost 40 degrees outside. So
there is
like,
that.
No, let's not do it today. Let's wait. But my dad, not being stuck to a 9-to-5 job, as he's a realtor now, would go out in the morning when it was a bit cooler, and he's done a little bit of work on it. So it has a skeleton of a frame in it. None of it is attached permanently yet.
And the days that aren't hot are also pouring rain. So then that's the other option.
Yeah, it's hot or wet, one or the other. Yeah.
I
just laughed because like when we were doing the floor, it was freezing outside. We were so cold. And now that we want to do the frame, it's so hot. So, but we have camping coming up in a couple weeks, and I need the trailer. So I was like, Dad, we got to work on this. So maybe this weekend.
Call me up.
I know. But honestly, half the work's done. My dad's just been like, go out and cut 2 pieces of wood, and that's my day. And then go out the next day and cut out 2 more pieces of wood, and that's the day. And it's all done. I just have to go there and screw it all together, kind of thing. So, but we are also, I'm planning on putting a roof rack on top of the trailer. So that if I want to take kayaks or something, because right now I have 3 kayaks, and if I want to take 2 of them, I have to strap them to the car, and I don't have kayak holders on the car, so I literally have to ratchet strap them to my rooftop cargo carrier, and it's just a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, maybe you don't want those flying off and hitting someone's car.
No, not so much. So, my dad and I have been thinking of ways to engineer putting roof racks on, and we've went through 2 iterations of plans to figure out what we could possibly do, and both of them get absurdly expensive at a point. So I happened to go on Facebook the other day and saw a set of utility truck roof rails.
Okay. Yep.
that are like the perfect size. So
Nice.
I went and bought those for that was $40, and the
Nice.
rest is
Yes.
free. So
Yep. That's
'cause
good.
it's just
I like
bolts, and I just got to weld a piece of metal on it as a base to mount it
For
to the trailer.
years and years, I've been thinking about getting one of those roof rack like cages that hold a bunch of crap up top.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll be really handy for those Pelican cases I have, but
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, and
But
that's
I
the
have the
thing is,
rooftop bin is the problem.
we were going to my plan. So the trailer's about 6 feet long, and my original plan was to have a rack at the front of the front of the trailer and the back of the trailer. So it
Okay.
would be about a 6 foot gap between everything. The problem is if I did that, then no roof rack accessory would fit because nothing is 6 feet long. They're all the attachment points are like regular roof rack width.
Yeah.
So we've adjusted the plan now because originally I was just going to custom make it, but now that I have these things and I can, potentially, if I needed to, I could now put the kayak like the J hook holders on them. Um, if I needed to, I could take my rooftop carrier off the Subaru and put it on the trailer for
Mhm.
extra storage space. Um, I could put one of those cargo baskets on top.
Yep.
There's just a lot more options. So we already have a bicycle carrier on the tongue, so it's just going to kind of be
Okay.
like a, you know, let it ride for whatever we needed to do. So I
Mhm.
mean, it gets to the point where I've even thought of like putting a vent in it, so if I wanted to, I could just throw a cot in the back and sleep in it. Like it's
Mhm.
perfectly long enough for me to sleep in. There's just no airflow. So,
Yep. Yeah, get a vent with a small little fan on it or something like
yeah,
that.
just to keep the air moving and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Pretty sure I've seen those at Crazy Vents. I thought of like a
so
camping trailer or something like that at the
yeah,
time.
like it would just be kind of like a we're going out and I don't want to bring a tent kind of thing.
Hey, hey,
So
yeah.
that's the plan eventually.
That sounds fun though.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking
I
of,
got I got I got work done on my Subaru too.
you got work done on your Subaru?
The rear
More work?
suspension need to be done. Did I tell you about that
Oh,
or not? I had to pull the subwoofers out.
you said you were going to. I think we talked about
Okay.
last time you were
Yes, we
going to
did
do it.
do it.
Yeah.
I did do it. It was not terrible. Luckily, when
Okay.
I put the subwoofer situation in the back, I made it fairly easy to pull out. It's just
Okay.
3 wires and then 2 RCA cables for the audio, and then like 4 screws for the subwoofer, 4 screws for the other subwoofer, and then 2 screws to pull out the rack that holds the amplifiers.
Okay.
Yeah. Could
Did you
have
do
been
that
way
work
worse.
yourself? Or did you
Yeah,
send your
yeah.
mechanic? Okay.
Yeah, no,
What did it need?
he asked because he's my brother-in-law. He asked me to take it
Yeah.
out ahead of time.
No, but I mean, did you do the suspension work yourself?
Eh, eh, eh.
Okay.
No, no, sorry. He asked me to pull everything out. I pulled everything out and took it to the shop, like where he
Okay.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did the suspension work. It was done fairly quickly. Like normally we drop it off in the morning, 8 or 9 o'clock. They open at 8. So that's as early as you can go. But you
Mhm.
usually need to drop off the kids first and then get there. It's like 9 o'clock by the time I get there. Drop it off and they'll work on it whenever they can. And I think this time he was done by like 1:30 or so. And I think I also had him change the tires too from winter tires or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So not
All
bad
right.
considering. And it wasn't as crazy expensive as work on the car usually is. I think it was like $600 or $800 instead of
Hey.
$1,000, $2,000.
Yeah, normally as soon as your car goes in, it's
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I I think my little Ford Focus is coming to the end of its life. And part of it could be wishful thinking because I mean I've been thinking about getting a new car, so maybe I'm looking for reasons to get rid of it.
Yeah. I keep thinking the same thing.
But I also at some point I realized like I need something's going to have to happen. I'm at 210,000 kilometers, 220,000 kilometers on it, so
Mhm.
it's getting up there for one of those little cars.
And the year was
It's a 2012.
okay. So it's
So
actually fairly new for the number of kilometers, at least compared to mine.
yeah. Um. So I mean I did brakes last year. Uh, pads and rotors last year. Um, but then I still have a ABS light out. I have a traction control light on,
They're
or
together,
ABS light
yeah.
on, traction control on. It's somewhat related, probably.
Yeah.
It's making some weird clunks that I haven't heard before, which could also mean suspension. It was making
You
a
set
weird
up a GoPro and go
squeaking.
for a drive.
Yeah. I've heard some weird squeaking recently as well.
Okay.
Um,
When going slow, or when turning, or when
when
braking.
turning, and all of the above.
Everything. It's
um,
wheel bearing.
it's
Your
probably
ball
wheel bearing.
joints.
There's probably
Your
suspension work. I mean, I did the links, steering stabilizer link, bar end links last year as well. So,
Yeah, I just remembered
um,
my Subaru. The one muffler broke off like last week on Wednesday.
oh,
Haven't fixed it yet, but
just a little
yeah,
race car now.
yeah, it's noisy. It's not as terrible as it could be because it's like the muffler still lines up with the exhaust hole most of the time. Sometimes it
Yeah,
moves around.
you got to do the pop can trick. That's where you cut a pop
I know
can.
I'm planning on it, or like a can of beans or whatever.
Yeah,
It's a little stronger, but
yeah, and
that
then
is
the
my
hose
my
clamps.
plan to make it work. But that didn't work because of the sync problem, and then some other problem that popped up. I was going to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and
it's been
then
quite a vacation, not vacation for me lately.
yeah. And then I took the Subaru for Ben's bachelor party this weekend, and so when I drove my car to work today, or not to work, on the way back from work, I noticed that my air conditioning no longer works. I asked my wife. I
Oh, that's
said,
good.
Did the air conditioning work on the weekend?" She's like, "Not great." I was like, "It worked fine on Friday when I left it, so I don't know what happened." So yeah, it's just kind of like, how much money do I want to put into this when it's all these things? So,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we've been talking about getting a truck for a while, so now the hunt is on.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Not fun. I mean, it'll be fun to get it, but it's not fun paying for it.
You know.
No.
Yeah. I had a person message me about my Legend of Mana case that I have
Okay.
on Facebook Marketplace. I have a case and manual. Haven't had the game. I never had the game, and posted it. And he was so excited. And I'm like, I should have messaged him and said, this is just the case and manual, right? But I didn't because it's written
It's
in the
right there.
listing.
Yeah.
This is not the first time someone's expected it to be that and messaged me and is all excited that they're getting a deal, basically. And
Yeah.
then this guy happened to show up and then realized he opened it up and was like, oh, I said, yeah, it's just case and manual. You didn't see that in the listing? It's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, dude, like I priced it low compared to what just the case and manual are worth.
Yeah.
That's why I priced it low. Like loose, it's $25 Canadian. Completed 61.
Okay.
So there's like $35 there for case of manual.
Yeah.
And I have it listed for 30 or 25. I forget. Maybe I even loaded it to 20 lately. I can't remember. Maybe after he came, I lowered it to 20. But I also changed the title after he came to Case and Manual Legend of Mana because I'm sick of people not reading the freaking thing. I have it written in the title and in the description. And I have pictures with no disc in it.
Yeah.
And he's like I said, yeah, there's no disc in the picture. He's either, oh, really? I must have missed that. And it's a clear inside and there's artwork on where the disc would be.
Sure,
so I could see how you could miss that. But at the same time, it's in the title and the description. Now, Facebook Marketplace also has a bug where often the description doesn't show at all.
Oh.
If you click an ad, sometimes there'll be no description. You back out and go back into the ad and the description will show up.
Oh, I don't think I've noticed that.
Have you ever clicked an ad and had no description?
No.
Oh, really? Because I have that quite a bit on the
weird.
phone. It's a phone app problem, not the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. But I'm assuming people have run across that before because people also often ask stupid questions you've already answered before. And I'm giving the benefit of doubt thinking maybe they experienced that bug.
That you're very patient.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes I get annoyed and I just take a picture of my ad and send them the screenshot.
That's good. I like that.
I'm like, can you
Oh
not
my
read?
god,
Here you go.
that's funny.
Uh,
I didn't do our family camping trip since we
you
last talked
didn't.
as well. We did.
Oh,
We
you
did.
did. Okay.
Yeah. And that was, I mean, mostly uneventful. Same old thing. Nothing much to talk about. I did bring my underwater drone to fix it because it had two motors need to be replaced. I already
Yeah.
had the motors, but I never got time to work on it. I started it and then had to go. Just mostly tending to children and
Yeah.
meals and dishes and stuff. It's
No, you can't. You
yeah.
can't have
Yeah.
any projects on a family thing. There's no time.
No. I also took the metal detecting stuff because my son loves metal detecting. So I thought, okay, we'll bring one metal detector and we'll go check it out. We never did. Didn't have time. It was also
Yeah.
way too sunny and hot for that. So that sucked too. But
Did you tent?
no, they have cabins there. They're
Okay.
small little like one room cabins. There is a bathroom in there as well. And there's a sink and there's a on-demand water heater in it
Mhm.
as well. So it's pretty convenient.
Okay.
And then a bunk bed for the kids and one normal bed for us. The beds and mattresses are terrible. I need to do something about that.
Yeah, they're always
'Cause
terrible.
they're
No matter where you go, they're
solid
gonna be
as a
terrible.
rock. Solid as a rock. And every
Sounds
year
alright.
we forget until we get there. We start putting the blankets on the mattress and we put our knees on to like, reach into the far corner. We're like, oh no, not this
Oh.
mattress again. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much
No.
like sleeping on the floor.
Might as well at that point.
We need to solve that. Yeah, we need to solve that this time.
Take like
Or next
a
time.
mattress topper with you, just give it like a
Yeah.
little extra
Yep.
cushion.
Just anything. I think my brother said he does that because he thought of that last time they went. I forgot. My wife
Yeah.
forgot.
Put in your calendar now.
Yeah. I should add it to our list. We have a yearly list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that because otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Watch
Yeah,
Derek
a
update his
camping
list.
a camping list and a cottage list. So the cottage trip is coming up soon. Beginning of July. So yeah, next weekend. This weekend? No.
That's this weekend. Not this weekend. I mean, this weekend is the first weekend of July.
Yeah. Why don't I see it in my calendar though? It's usually on the 5th.
5th, which is this weekend.
That's weird. Nope, it's 2 weeks later now. All right, 19th.
19th. Okay.
Yeah,
I believe
not that
that's
you didn't
when
know
we're
that, but
going away as well.
yeah.
14th, I think we're going away.
Okay.
That is the
Yeah, I think we're doing the 14th too. Just the 15th is what I noticed it on. Right? No, 15th, 19th. So yeah,
Make up your mind, man. Holy.
18th, 15th is a Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Sorry, I was in the middle of updating my packing list. Yeah.
We have a very busy July July, August. We have 3 weddings in 10 days.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't even know people that are getting married because we don't have any people that age anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think I had to do anybody, but I have
Well, you said Ben?
Ben is one of them. Yeah. Ben is getting, first my cousin's getting married on a Saturday. They believe it's the Saturday. Sorry, this is in August, not July.
Dang.
My cousin's getting married on Saturday, and then Ben is getting married the next Friday, or the Friday after that, and then another one of my friends that I've known my whole life is getting married on the Tuesday after that. So literally 10 days. Exactly. So, and they're all going, it's going from like most informal to most formal. So my cousin's wedding is like, you can tell like they're young and in love. They're going to have we're having a wedding at a conservation area under one of those like gazebo things.
Okay. Yeah.
And we have to pay for our own park admission and parking to get in.
Okay.
And it's very informal. They told us to bring our swimsuits to go swimming after, and I think it's just like a buffet. People in the family are bringing food. Like it's just the most bare bones wedding, which is
Okay.
fine. If that's all they
That's
want,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mean to laugh to be rude. I just find it funny. Um, the Ben's is a little bit more, a little bit more traditional. But knowing Ben, it's not going to be normal. It's going to be a little bit off, which is very much his style. I'm not in any of these weddings, although I'm probably going to be. I'm the most involved in Ben's, so they're not having a wedding party, but I am doing all the best man things. So I
Oh,
planned the
okay.
bachelor party. I'm doing a speech, all those fun things that go along. Probably ride along with him to make sure he gets everywhere he needs to be on time. And then my other friend on Tuesday, he's getting married in Toronto, and it is a black tie event. Like I need to rent a
Oh,
tux to go to this place.
I see.
Which thinking I should probably get on that now, actually, before it's a week before, and I forget.
Speaking of it.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, let me put that in my list.
Yeah, literally, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be a busy August.
Well, good for you.
It's gonna be expensive. That's a lot of wedding gifts to have up in 10
It's
days.
true. That's
So,
true. Yeah. See, I haven't done so long. I forget.
yeah, I have to like look up what the etiquette is and how much you're supposed to pay. The etiquette used to be you would pay the gift your gift should be the amount of whatever your plate of food would cost per person.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
but
And that
I
way they
think
can break even.
yeah, at least. So, but I think those costs have gone up. So,
Yeah. I think our wedding was 115 a plate
ooh, that's
with
expensive.
unlimited, with bar included, I believe.
Oh,
Was
bar
the,
included. Okay.
I think
We
that
didn't
was the
have bar
kicker.
included. I think we were at 60 a plate.
Okay.
So,
Same date, in case people were wondering how
yeah.
relevant it is. Same year, same date,
different
different
locations.
venues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how weird that would be?
Even if you probably slept in the bed next to me, or slept in the bedroom next to me.
I definitely slept in the bed next to you. Yeah.
Well, you know, my wife and I say that to each other all the time. We'll be walking this thrift store. We go and we typically separate, and eventually we'll meet up again somewhere at some spot, and she'll just come up behind me and like hug me and like, wait, you're not my husband, that kind of thing. I think it's because one time she actually almost went up to my brother to hug him and was like, oh wait, you're not my husband, in her own mind, not in real life. Also, I think Scott, VG Collectaholic of the Cartridge Club, she saw him at Chicago Cartridge Club thing, and she saw him and thought he was me briefly for a second because we were wearing the same shirt as well.
Oh, that
Let
doesn't help.
alone similar hair and stuff. Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
has more hair than me, but that's not hard. But yeah, yeah. So it's a constant inside joke we have, which is now an outside joke for
Now it's announced.
listening.
Everyone will hug you and say, "You're not my husband," and be right about
And slap me.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a scary incident at work.
Yeah. That's ominous.
It is ominous. Not only can I tell you about it, I can
You
show
can show
you
me a video.
footage because we have dash cams. So let me preface this by this was the week of my birthday week. So my birthday was the 9th. And that was a Monday. Decent day. Tuesday, I had a really bad day. And then Wednesday, I wasn't going to come in. I was just like, you know what? Tuesday was just so bad. I just need a day off. I don't know if everyone's anyone's ever had those days, and I don't like to be that guy just to not come into work, but I was just, you know what, I need a day, but I felt really bad about it, so I texted into one of the girls at the office and said, hey, like I can come in, but would you mind dispatching today? I just need an out of office day. I will come in. I can do some yard work. I can do some front end bin deliveries that I know need to get done, but it just gets me out of the office, and at least I'm still productive, but I'm not doing the office work because I need a break.
Okay.
So she was fine with that. She said, sure. So we do this other stuff. And I was running all over the place, trying to do front end stuff. And so this was me delivering a front end bin with the pickup truck that you and I took mini biking, the Dodge Ram. I have a front end bin trailer on the back with a bin loaded, and I'm driving about 45 minutes away. As I'm driving, I go over some train tracks at about, say, 60, 70 kilometers an hour.
God.
Normally not a problem. This is what happened after. Great audio. Go to YouTube and watch. What? You're not gonna let me? Not gonna let me do it. Hold on.
Such quality.
Such quality. Why is it not working?
We are not special.
Window. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. Here.
That's what he says.
All right. Here I am.
I see this guy. I know him.
Know this guy. Yeah. So pay particular attention to, if you can see my mouse. This is the trailer back here.
Yep. That's the roof of the bin?
That is the roof of the bin as it's angled forward.
Yeah. Well, that's not good.
No. It's swaying side to side, side to side. Yeah, I almost lost the trailer off the back of the truck.
So when you got out there, what's it unhooked? What?
So, oh, here we go, second time. Now you can't really see it, but this thing is like it looks bad.
And I can see it's swaying quite a bit.
It was going like full side to full side, like lock the other way. Like,
yeah.
So this is, I don't know if you saw the hitch on the back, but it's one of those hitches that's got the hook, and then the trailer has a ring.
Yeah. Okay. So military
style. You pop the ring on, and then you latch it down.
Yeah.
Now on that latch that comes down, there's a safety pin that goes through to keep the top from popping out.
Yeah.
I forgot to put that pin in.
Oh.
And so when I hit the train tracks, there was enough force for that thing to pop up and out.
Yep.
Because when I came out to look at it, the latch was closed and the ring was out here. So that's the only thing I could think of that happened. That came off, and one of the safety chains came loose. So that was being held on by one safety chain held.
Nice.
Absolutely shit my pants. I didn't hit anybody. It was a miracle. Didn't hit anybody. I didn't hit the truck. I kept it nice and controlled. I think all things considered, I did okay. Nice controlled stop. Nice and easy, slow. I didn't slam on the brakes and have the trailer ram into the back of the truck.
Pintle hitch. That's what I was trying. I know there's a name for it. I couldn't remember what it was called. Pintle hitch. Pintile.
Okay.
Pintle. Yeah.
Pintle.
That's the term for when the top comes down on it. You can get that with a ball still.
Yeah.
It's not what it is.
Well,
yeah, so they're really good for off-road because it gives
you way more articulation
up and down articulation as well, which you don't get with a normal ball very much. Which most vehicles, it doesn't matter. Most trailers, doesn't matter. But yeah.
There's no real reason for me to have it on this truck. It just has it, I guess. anyways, I stupidly but when I got out and looked at it, like it was here, and it like the hitch was only about 2 inches away from the hitch again. So I was like, oh, I'll be fine. So I just I straddled the tongue of the trailer and tried to just lift it up and over to get it on. Yeah, not a great idea. I ended up pulling a muscle in my forearm.
Oh my God.
And I was like, this is dumb. Just go
There's no crank on
there
the
was a
tongue, or
crank.
there
I
is?
was just
Okay.
not thinking. I was like,
Okay.
this is the start of my non-thinking. This story gets worse.
Well, the start of the non-thinking is not putting that pin in there.
Not putting yeah, I was in a rush and I was just like trying to go because I knew I had 45 minutes out, 45 minutes back, and I still had another bin to do after that. That was like
There were the
another hour
safety
away.
chains also crossed, like they were
Yes,
crossed.
they were crossed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always do that. Anyways, just
Nice.
I finally jacked the trailer back up, got it hooked up, good to go. And I don't have this ripped the wiring, so I no longer have lights on this trailer.
Oh,
I was about
that's fixable.
10 to 15 minutes away from my delivery. So I'm closer to go and do the delivery
Mhm.
than to turn around and go
Yeah.
back.
And
I'm
it's
in the
also safer to finish the delivery, get the load off the trailer.
well, I had to
And
do a swap, so I was dropping a bin and picking up
oh,
a bin, so it didn't really make
were
a
you
difference on that.
doing both full or one's on empty?
One empty, they were both empty. The bin just had to get
Oh,
replaced because the bin I was replacing was in bad shape. It was just
okay. I was thinking if
getting
there's a safety reason, it'd be also a good justifiable thing too. But
yeah.
if that's not it, then never
No,
mind.
it was just
Can't use that excuse.
I'm already here, do it. I'm in the boonies. There's not like there's a store nearby. It
Yeah.
was closer to go there and just get it done. So I went and did
Mhm.
that. And then this bin was only supposed to take me an hour at most, right? I then did a town hop from town to town to town to town to town, stopping at every hardware store along the way, trying to find magnetic tow lights. So at least I
Oh,
could
okay.
hook
Yeah.
something up and have some sort of lights.
It's 7-pin on that truck, or is it
There is
4?
also a 4-pin. It had both.
Okay. Because
I didn't
4 is
know that.
easier to find. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there was a 4-pin, so I bought an adapter. I found an
Oh,
adapter, but
okay.
I couldn't find the tow lights anywhere. So I ended up getting all the way back, almost back to. I was about 20 minutes away from my office before I found tow lights.
Okay. I thought you were saying before I got a ticket.
No, no ticket, thankfully.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
But again, the magnetic lights weren't long enough, or they didn't.
Oh,
Nothing worked. Nothing. It was just like
Jesus.
so annoying, and I was so frustrated and flustered at that point. I was just like, "Fuck it, just get it done. Get it, put everything on, make it work, bungee it, tape it, whatever it has got to do, make it work." I got it to work. But this bin that was supposed to take me an hour, I am now 4 hours into.
Yeah.
After all this running around, right? My day is done. I didn't get my second bin that I needed done.
Nice relaxing day.
Yeah, I just need to relax. I need a day out of the office. I know. Should just stay
I
in the
think she
office.
probably thought you were just screwing around with her and saying, "Yeah, it's I got some problems. The bin fell off, and I broke a wire. I gotta go fix it now.
Well,
I
no,
don't know what's going on."
they can see the footage because the whole office got collision alerts.
Oh,
I got a collision alert for my collision.
There's like a G sensor, like a
Yeah.
motion sensor that
There's
detects
a motion sensor
heavy
in it and
motion.
everything. Yeah. So
That's funny.
within 5 minutes, I got a call from my boss. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yes, I'm good. Don't worry. I'm it's just could have been worse. We're fine. We're fine. Anyways,
It's what safety chains are for.
that's what they're for. Well, yeah. I wish both of them would have held, but whatever.
Yeah.
Actually,
Maybe you need to change the safety chain type. Is it just a hook, or is it like a
it's a hook with a
latching
latch,
hook?
but the spring is broken on the latch.
There
So
you go.
that's
You
why
learned
it's
something,
also
right?
not entirely my fault, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Um.
Lesson
Anyways,
learned. Do a root cause analysis, and then you find them lessons learned and something to fix.
Yep. Oh, don't worry. Things are gonna get fixed. I get back to the office yard. I go to put this bin down, and because of the way it shifted and the way the bin had to fit on there, whatever I loaded it a little bit differently to create a space, but that pushed the bin back further on the rails, and so I went to lower it. It looked like the bin was catching on the frame of the trailer and wouldn't drop all the way down. Like I was
Okay.
pushing it's a hydraulic trailer. I was pushing the hydraulics and pushing, and I could just hear it, the whole trailer just kind of creaking, like we're straining to drop this thing down. So there's no way it's having that much of a hard time pushing against the frame of the trailer. I didn't understand what was going on. So I walk around the back of the trailer and I can see the arms that are going into the trailer should be like this. Now they're like this. Or sorry, whatever, like that. And I was like, what the heck is going on? How did this happen? So clearly there's something wrong with it. I don't know if it was because of the accident or whatever, or because of the way I positioned the bin, this, that, the other thing. I had no idea. Anyways, I knew that I'd done something, wasn't quite sure what to do. Felt terrible. At the end of the day, everyone was gone home. It was just me looking at it, wallowing in my old self-pity. I left.
And staying late.
Yeah. Anyways, and I again, same thing. I was like, I don't even know if I should come in tomorrow. Like, this is so bad. Like, I was already flustered. I was already not thinking straight. At that point, I was just like, am I gonna get fired for this? Like, I have crashed the truck. Now I've bent this trailer in half. Like, what the heck am I doing? Anyways, went in the next day, tail between my legs. Hey, sorry, kind of they could see it when the time they saw it. I went to look at the trailer and I was looking over it with the welder. I realized that I had forgotten to take the safety chain off of the trailer. So it's hydraulic, and there's a chain that goes down and loops into a slot so that if you lost hydraulic pressure, the arms wouldn't just go down. So that chain was on. And so when I'm trying to push it, it is pushing the chain is holding it back and the arm is pushing it. So it literally just twisted the whole thing sideways. What's even scarier is that this chain was right beside my head while I was pushing this thing to go off, and it didn't break. It just bent the trailer instead of breaking beside my head and possibly taking my arm with it.
That's good. It's a good chain.
It's a good chain. They did a really good job of nothing on there. Yeah.
You need to make the frame out of that chain.
Yes. So, anyways, I had to swallow my pride again and talk to the boss.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
It was not a great week.
You might have been better off staying in the office.
I would have been. You know what? I would have been. So I don't think I'm allowed. I don't think I'm allowed back in the truck again. I've kind of put myself off of that. Like, I don't go unless I have to. Absolutely have to.
It's what happens when you get out of the truck and start sitting in an office for a few months. You forget how to do your job.
So,
boy. Just wrecking everything.
Wreck everything I touched that day.
I don't have anything that interesting to talk about. We were at home. I can't remember how many weeks ago this was, but we were at home and we just kept hearing a helicopter. And that's not normal around here to hear a helicopter, especially not like literally for 2 hours straight. We heard helicopters. We're like, what is going on? So recently, I forget what it was for. When we were at the cottage or at the camping site, a helicopter flew over. And where that was, you never see a helicopter, and it was flying fast. So I quickly installed like a flight radar app and checked, and it was a medical helicopter. So I could tell my family because they were all wondering, what's the helicopter doing? And I'm like, oh yeah, the helicopter is going to the airport. There's going to the hospital over there, and it's coming from Toronto Island. Don't know why, but it's going to the hospital in the middle of nowhere, like Walkerton Hospital.
Yeah.
From Toronto Island. Anyway, I had the app installed anyway.
Going there to pick something up and bring them back.
Yes, but it still is weird to do that path. But anyway, so because I had the app already installed when we were at home and we heard a helicopter circling around, I was like, okay, let's figure out what the heck's going on here. So I opened up the app and we could see that this helicopter was from Great Lakes Helicopter Training and Tours.
Okay.
So either someone was doing training or a tour, or some people, because in my local community group, people were posting about it, and some people came up with the same answer I did. And someone took a screenshot. Actually, I think I took this screenshot, but took a screenshot of the path, and it's like along Iron Needles, along the roundabouts,
Mhm.
you can just see where the helicopter was circling. Its flight path. It circled like 20 times at each roundabout for some reason, or at each intersection, including the one right by my house. And no one still knows why, but we're assuming it's something to do with training. But it's still possible that they were like, the police had asked them to help look for someone or something like that. But
Yeah.
we don't know for sure.
Huh.
But it was a good like 2 hours of flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had speaking of police, we had a car get stolen.
Oh,
We didn't have it, sorry. We had
yeah,
a stolen
locally.
car dumped on the front lawn of our office
Oh,
that was involved in a fatal stabbing.
oh, geez.
So we had police come to our office and ask for camera footage.
Oh my God.
So, but we didn't see anything.
At my old job with the drones, we had a generator and a drone base station that helps you tether the drone to a wire for power. It's basically a big converter that converts like 120 volts to 600 volts to go up the line.
Mhm.
And the drone can fly like 200 meters above the ground or whatever and hover there forever. But someone had left it in the shed, which was locked, but it's one of those plastic Costco sheds, and they
Yeah.
just wrap a chain around the door. But it
Yeah.
was also a fenced yard with this like 8 foot, I think it's 8 foot fence. And some guys came by at night, and we had camera footage because there's cameras there. We were a freaking security camera company at one
Yeah.
time, and they stole the generator and this conversion box, which are like both really freaking heavy,
Yeah, yeah.
and listed them over this 8 foot fence. And you have video footage of it. But we found out later that the truck that they used had been stolen from another building, like right around the corner from where we were.
Oh.
So it was like a fleet white truck that they stole and then went to all the businesses around and stole stuff.
Yeah, because it can't be
It
tracked.
was like a
Yeah.
really good Honda generator that they
Yeah.
stole.
Huh.
Yeah. And that box, that converter box thing, they're never going to find someone to buy. Like,
No,
those
that's a
it's
scrap at
worth
that
like
point.
$300,000, but you're not going to find someone to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for that price.
Not at any price, because it's identifiable, serial numbers. You need all the equipment to go with it. You need the drone to go with it, all the batteries to go with it, everything that's proprietary and special for it.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
RCMP buys them, but have fun getting them to buy one off you.
Hey, I got this non-serialized converter box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go down to the local RCMP and see if they'll buy one off you.
Why
That's
not?
the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, for anyone who doesn't know. That's the Mounties,
Yeah. The Mounties. Good old Mounties.
which is essentially our
FBI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's related.
I don't think I have anything else fun that I've done. or
Oh,
broken.
I no, I did some things. I had my boss had been telling me for weeks that he had some post in his backyard that's used to like attach his awning or something in his backyard. And he's just like, the post is just a hollow tube, but it keeps getting rain in it. And then I have to like pull it out, flip it over, or drill a hole in it. I don't want to rust it out, so I don't know what to
Mhm.
do. And he's like, can you 3D print something for me? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's easy. So he takes a sticky note and just uses the pencil sideways and shades where it is to get the dimensions of it. And then I take a picture of that sticky note, bring that into a computer designing app. And then I set the dimensions of that to what a sticky note is, which is like 70 millimeters by 70 millimeters or something, or
Yeah.
3 inches, I think, 3 inches by 3 inches, something like that. And then just draw lines over top of the dimensions he wants, grow it a little bit so it can fit over top, grow it a little bit so that it can be like the thickness of the plastic,
So the
put
plastic.
a top on it, raise it up, and printed it off and gave it to him and said, let me know if it doesn't fit. It's not going to be perfect the first time. He puts it on. He's like, works great. Thanks. I'm like, well, I didn't realize your post isn't gray. You want me to reprint it in gray? He's like, no, white's fine.
Don't care.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to complain. We're
Spray paint
good.
it. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking some sun protection might actually be a good idea. So eventually I'll 3D print another one in a gray color for him and maybe spray it with the spray I have that's UV protectant. I have that for my LED lights on the house for nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah, because it might get brittle, right? So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or even melt, but that's something to be harder to fix. But the brittle part, the spray will help with.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, did you watch anything?
I watched some things, not a lot.
Me neither,
can't
man.
remember.
It's been a busy month. I have not had time to watch much.
I think I maybe mentioned that I was trying to catch up on Letterkenny. I forget if I said that or not.
I
I'm
don't
way
think
far
so.
behind. Okay. Way far behind and trying to catch up on that. Did I tell you? I think I told you in person at least that I was watching Love, Death, and Robots. Did I say that? I did. Yeah, we went for our off-road thing. So I must have
Yeah.
mentioned it on year 2, right? Because our
Maybe.
off-road thing was before the last recording.
That was last recording, yeah.
Yeah. So excluding those two, it's something I already talked about them. We watched 2024's Netflix movie Spellbound.
Okay.
With Rachel Zegler, which is Snow White, the new Snow White movie, and John Lithgow is a voice in it. A bunch of other people. It was nothing crazy special, but it was a decent movie. The kids enjoyed it. It was Spellbound.
Spellbound.
Yes, basically the girl's parents are turned into monsters, and they have to go on an adventure to bring them back.
Ah.
Yes.
Good old
And
kids save the
then-
day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also watched, because I may have mentioned this before, I was slightly obsessed with the Titan sub.
Yes, you did mention that, yeah.
Like by slightly obsessed, I mean like a lot.
A lot, yeah. I know.
Like I watched every video I could about it, but they came out with a documentary on Discovery Channel and another one on Netflix. Implosion, the Titanic sub disaster is one, and the other
Okay.
one is Titan, the Ocean Gate disaster. I think that's the Netflix one, is the second one. So the two
Which
of
one's
them
better?
just go over. Yeah, it's hard to say. They both have different points of view.
If I was
We'd
only
say
going to
that
watch one, which one should I watch?
I almost think that the Netflix one is a better for most people kind of one,
Okay.
whereas the other one is more technical. Implosion, the Titanic sub disaster, is the more technical one from Discovery Channel.
Okay.
And it does less of the people reasons why things went bad.
Mhm.
And it also has a lot less interviews, I think, if I recall correctly. Whereas it seems like the Netflix one pulled in people, a lot of people.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. But I personally think everyone should watch both if you care.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a YouTube clip of James Cameron talking at 60 minutes about the Titan
Yeah.
implosion and basically said it's sad, but they were kind of stupid.
Yep. Yeah. He was going to happen long ago.
Yeah.
As soon as they said they were making a sub with carbon fiber, he's like, I maybe don't. Because he is the person who built
he's the guy.
deepest sub
Yeah.
that's ever been built.
Yeah.
Right now. And it's a one-person sub. And I'm pretty sure it's all oh my god, titanium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
That's fun.
I watched a movie. I don't know if it's on. I don't know where it is. I found it on. It was on Hulu. Is where it was advertised. I don't have
Okay.
Hulu. But it's called Predator: Killer of Killers.
Okay, that sounds familiar. It's a documentary or what?
Nope, it is just a animated movie about the Predator.
Oh, yeah. Someone talked about this on a podcast. It might have been Weekend Rental. maybe,
Oh, maybe.
or it was Fire Escape or something like that. I don't remember. But you listen to Fire Escape, don't you?
I do listen to Fire Escape. I didn't hear them talk about this.
Then probably
I
not that.
Probably not.
It was probably Weekend Rental is my guess then.
Okay. I'm so far behind on Weekend Rental. I only have time for like maybe a podcast a month, and it's usually Fire Escape.
I was going to bring that up too. I actually caught up on podcasts, and
Oh,
then
wow.
I went through some of the podcasts that I had newly subscribed to and downloaded older episodes that sounded interesting,
Okay.
and then I caught up on all those that I had downloaded, which wasn't all of the ones that are the backlog or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like the Diary of a CEO podcast has hundreds of old episodes. They're all like interesting talks with interesting people and successful business owners, all this stuff. Like that one I could go back forever on, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. But I added a batch of like 10 episodes and made it through all of them. So then I added another batch of 10 episodes and made it through all of them.
Oh, geez.
And I'm just doing that again. And then every once in a while, new ones from the things I subscribed to already
Those
pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're able to keep
But I
up.
also have a bunch of political ones that I subscribe to these days too. So there's those, like the one of them, they post like freaking 4 videos. They're 4 podcasts a day,
Oh,
but
wow.
some of them are only like 15-minute segments of stupid
Okay.
shit Trump's done. Stuff like that.
Classic. Everyone needs to know that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And how was Predator Killers?
it was good. I didn't expect a whole lot. It's animated, so that was one of the reasons I have nothing against animated movies, but I go in with a
think
stigma.
I think right away of the Hellboy animated stuff, and I'm like, it was actually decent. Like it's a little hokey, but then again, it already is hokey.
Yeah.
Hellboy. But yeah, that's kind of the way I think of it. Is it has potential to be good.
Okay.
Even though it's animated, or even because it's animated sometimes.
Yeah. This one it takes place. Well, Predator is. I don't know if you've seen the Predator movies or aware of Predators and how they work.
See the first and second ones, and I've seen some other
Prey?
one.
Did you watch Prey?
I have not.
Okay, you should watch Prey.
I know, but I think Alien vs. Predator Requiem, maybe I saw.
The worst one.
Maybe that one.
So the Predator goes to other planets to fight the most aggressive predator to prove that they are better. It's a sport, right? That's how that works. And so this takes place in 3 different time periods on Earth, where the Predator comes to find the deadliest predator to match up against them. So there's the Viking times, and then there's the samurai times, and then there's World War II. And it's just 3 separate stories about these people encountering the Predator and how they win or don't win matching up against the Predator. And it's cool. It's not that long. It's what, 84 minutes, it says here. But more importantly, Michael Biehn does one of the voices.
And so of course you had to watch it.
So I had to watch it, yes. You don't see him in a lot of stuff anymore, so when I see Michael Biehn, I watch it. Cool. Anyways, it's good. It's on my Plex if anyone wants to see it. And doesn't
I don't know. It was showing up for me there. Searching it, so it was coming up, which is weird.
Okay. Are you looking up Killer of Killers or Predator?
Both.
Oh.
How about my connection's not available to you? That could be it.
Oh, maybe.
Connection is currently unavailable to your server.
What? I'm looking at it right now.
Do you have internet?
I have internet. Allegedly. It
says verify you have connection to the server.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah, I kicked everybody out.
Cleared.
What else you got?
Only one other thing.
Okay.
I watched with my wife the first episode of The Studio.
I've heard things about this show.
Yeah, so it's like his name. Oh my god, now I can't even think. Yeah, Seth Rogen is an executive at a movie studio, and he gets a promotion to be the head of the studio, and the story of how that happens and stuff. And it has Ike Brainholtz. I don't know how to say his name, but he was in Mindy Project forever ago.
Okay.
My wife and I liked him in that. Catherine Han, I don't know how to say her name either. Hahn. Anyway, she's in a lot of things, and I recognize her. And then Bryan Cranston's in
I
it.
was gonna say Bryan
and
Cranston is a CM
Catherine
right there.
O'Hare is in it. And then a lot of celebrities playing themselves as well. Like my God, I can't remember who it was. It was yes. Who else was in it? So many people. I'm going to see if people have played themselves. Oh, it's not listed itself. Weird.
So
I would have thought it would be.
if you look up, I'm just looking at when I look up the studio, and you see like the promo art. Now look
Okay.
up a picture of the Sting, and this is an homage to that movie, I think. At least
Oh,
the poster is.
you mean art style wise, or I don't see. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm looking at the same picture, same promo things you are. I'm seeing Seth Rogen on a ladder is the main photo.
Okay, yeah.
But,
And now look up the Sting.
Yeah.
When I look up, hold on.
When I look up the Sting, I see two people sitting on a bench or something.
Yeah, hold
What
on.
is one of the on a table? I've not seen the Sting.
Okay, so this is the image.
Oh, okay, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not the main one. I was seeing IMDb's main photo.
And
Okay.
then this is the Sting.
Yes,
Come on.
it's like to the same art style.
Yeah. I know it's so like it doesn't matter, but
But you like it, is why
I
you
like
pointed
it.
out.
Yes, I like that it looks
Yes.
like that.
Yes. Martin Scorsese, sorry, is who I was trying to think of before. He's in it as himself.
That same kind of deal, like the circle, the two lines, right?
I'm wondering if that was the style at the time or if that's just the Sting.
I think
We've only watched one
the
episode.
Sting is
of
the only
show
one I
so
know
far.
that does that.
Okay. Well, you recognized
also-
it right away too.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think I had heard about this because I saw
Sting
it.
is one of my favorite movies, by the way. You should watch The Sting.
Yeah, but you have a lot of favorite movies.
No, this is like one of the really good ones.
It's so difficult. Yes, I want to. I want to watch all these classic old movies, but who the frig has time for this crap?
I know.
I literally watched a TV show and a movie this month.
I'm not much better. I'm really not much better.
I know. I know you aren't.
What do you think
I almost watched Captain whatever's Kennelly, whatever the hell is Mandolin, like 5 times this month, but never did. I took it to the bedroom and it's sitting there beside the VCR waiting to be watched. And about 3 times my wife's like, "Do you want to watch that?" I'm like, look at the clock. I'm like, it's already 10 o'clock. We can't start a movie now.
You can.
I'm going to.
So what do you think of the studio then? Continue. Sorry.
So it is fun. It looked like it was enjoyable to watch. I want to watch more. Just a matter of finding time to do such a thing.
Yeah. It's hard these days.
Yep.
How many episodes are out? Just 1, 2, 3?
No, there's more than that. I thought it was the whole
season done?
I think so.
Oh.
Let me double check. The studio. I have 10 episodes. It's an Apple. Yeah. It's an Apple thing. So I think they drop it all at once, is my guess.
Yeah. May 21st looks like the last episode. So yeah, it looks like it's all out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
yeah, it's funny. It's interesting. It's yeah. I need to watch more. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I noticed there's a big drop of new episodes for Squid Game. New season.
Yeah, the whole new season.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't
even watched season 2.
I haven't even finished season 1. I'm on episode 2 of season 1. My son started talking about Squid Game being in Fortnite. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, all the kids at school are talking about it, and we're playing red light, green light at school. I'm like, oh God.
Like, I don't know. It's almost to the point now where like it's almost oversaturated into the market,
And
I don't care about it anymore.
Came out. When season 1 came out, it definitely was.
Season 1
that way.
but
That's
season
why I
1,
didn't watch it.
It was the breakaway though, right? Like it was
Yeah.
okay, everyone's watching it, cool, we watch it. It's cool. It was kind of like a one and done. Like I kind of don't care more than just the first season.
Okay.
I've got my fill. And I don't know what they could do that would make me interested in a season 2. Maybe I'd have to try it. I don't know.
Yeah. I just reading it with subtitles is annoying to me. It takes too long. I'm too slow at reading, and it's not fun. I need to either find it with English dubbed, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be much faster. I'd watch it a lot easier if it did.
You could probably do it if you had Netflix. You could probably switch the English language.
Don't know.
Would let you. So.
Don't have Netflix anymore.
Well, that was the only non-Nicolas Cage movie I watched.
Meaning you didn't watch a Nicolas Cage movie?
I watched
either.
more Nicolas Cage movies. I got some in. I
didn't.
I skipped Astro Boy. I'm sorry. I just could not bring myself to watch. And after watching G-Force, looking at Astro Boy, going, ugh, I don't know about this. So I skipped it and I went on to Kick-Ass.
All right.
And let me say, Kick-Ass kicks A. It is an A in my books. It's still awesome. Great.
Yep.
Great.
Definitely.
Great movie. Still enjoy it. I think it says like, other than, I know it's like over the top violent and whatever, but I still do get chills when he takes it upon himself. Like, why is no one doing this? And I'm going to stand up against the odds, against these bad guys, knowing full well he's going to lose. But he still does it. And that, I don't know. As I get older, I guess I'm more sensitive. But just that it sends chills down my spine knowing that he would do that. So it starts with the like, I'm just gonna be cool, I'm gonna be a superhero and blah blah blah. But then when push comes to shove, no, he's actually is going to do it. I don't think he knew he was going to do it until he did it. So, and Nicolas Cage is very Nicolas Cagey. He adds to it. He's weird. He's funny. Makes me laugh. So
yeah,
all good.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Good enough that I bought it for you on DVD.
Yeah, true. And then I found it like 2 weeks later on Blu-ray, and now I got 2 copies of it. Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of which, I have a movie for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's it may be one that you already have. In fact, it is, but it's definitely
not the
better version.
Blu-ray?
No.
DVD?
No. Beta. No. A sealed VHS.
Oh, all right.
And I bought it for $2, so I had to.
Beautiful. Gotta keep it now.
Yep, at a garage sale.
Hodge, when do you get Nicolas Cage at Toronto Game Expo?
Yeah.
Right? Well, he can't be that expensive.
Maybe when he comes, I'll have to come back to Toronto Game Expo.
Well, the next Nicolas Cage movie I watched last night. This is what I meant. I was doing productive homework. I was productive. I watched a Nicolas Cage movie last night to make up for it. I started a couple nights ago, fell asleep. Tried again a couple nights later, fell asleep. Last night I was like, no, I gotta get through this. It is The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, and because I watched that recently.
This is the Nicolas Cage, Jerry Bruckheimer duo who did National Treasure together. trying to do the same thing again with
For
a
a
familiar
more of a kids
property.
movie, I'd say,
More of a
right?
kids movie, yeah. But it is still Disney funded. I think this is a remake. There was when I went to look for National Treasure, there were or not sorry, National Treasure.
Sorcerer's
Um,
Apprentice.
so Sorcerer's Apprentice, there was another version on Disney Plus as well.
Yay.
That is an older. Hold on, let me just look at it right now. Not that I'm going to watch
2001.
it or anything, but
Yeah, 2001. Is it
Sorcerers.
the same story? New neighbor turns out to be a wizard Merlin. Ancient battle save the world. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much. Very close.
yep.
The one thing that I did notice. Sorry, I guess you should talk about the movie first. Nicolas Cage plays a sorcerer. Um, this has my high school crush in it, Monica Bellucci, who has a very small role, but um,
Okay. I don't know who she is, but I have to check. I watched the movie, so I mean,
she's the girl at the end who comes out of the thing. The one, his sister or
oh,
whatever, is Catherine. Is that her name? I forget what her name is.
yeah, she also plays in the new Beetlejuice.
Oh, does she? Oh, guess I gotta watch the new Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
new because I thought she was actually married to, or she was in the movie because I thought she was married to the director or something. I don't know. That's what my wife was trying to say.
couldn't tell you.
Hmm. Let's
Anyways,
see.
Nicolas
Yeah,
Cage, sorcerer, here to protect evil. Alfred Molina is evil sorcerer.
Tim Burton. Yeah, she's in a relationship with Tim Burton.
Really
That's apparently why she's in the new Beetlejuice.
interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway.
And Jay Baruchel
Mhm.
is in this movie. I have to admit, I am not a fan of Jay Baruchel.
No.
Even though he's Canadian, I find him very annoying. Very, I don't know. I'm gonna get that. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of.
I can see that. But I'm nostalgic for him from kids TV on
Okay.
Global.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and Popular Mechanics for Kids. Yeah.
I never watched those, so all I see him
If you
is
don't
this is
like if you don't like that part of him or that thing of him, definitely
yeah.
never watch what's it called? That movie that I told you, Iron Breed Fish.
Oh, okay.
That movie with him is all that.
All that.
Yes.
Jeez.
He's the main character and he's playing Reed Fish, who apparently is that way as well, based on a story about the real guy named Reed Fish, who was the director of the movie, the writer and director of the movie. But yeah, it's very much that. A lot of him in that movie to handle if you
That's
can't
a
stand
lot.
him.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, not my favorite acting style. I get it. They're trying to make him look awkward and incompetent and shy and it's just it's too
Mhm.
much. I like to see him take on like a more, controlled role rather than just being so chaotic. Um yeah, I don't know. Nicolas Cage not very cagey in this movie. I didn't think. Didn't do anything strange. He was just kind of felt like he was kind of
He was more it was just awkward or he
yeah.
was out of place.
Yeah, he didn't I don't think he fit that sorcerer vibe
But he was supposed to not
too
fit the
well.
world was what I meant. Like he's supposed to not be he's not supposed to fit into that world because he's a sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's been living this entire time since the days of
Yeah.
Merlin, right? He's still stuck at being the same age kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Terrible.
yeah. Just I don't know. Just it didn't quite fit. It wasn't I don't think it was the right casting choice. I think someone would have been better. Nicolas Cage would have been better in the Alfred Molina role. In the bad guy role. I think
Oh,
he
I
would have
could
had
see
a lot
that.
more fun with that.
I think he did good though.
Alfred Molina?
I thought so in this
Yeah,
movie.
he did
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
think he
kept
did
seeing
fine.
Doc Ock, but that's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Actually,
for
he was
sure.
in that other movie I told you about, Not Without My Daughter. That he played the bad husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if they'd switched roles or even had, I'm not saying I don't like Alfred Molina, but if Nicolas Cage was to be the other role, he'd have a lot more fun being a bad guy and being quirky and eccentric than he was being the good guy. But I could also see it how it seems like they're trying. This would have been a good, springboard for a sequel or a trilogy, kind of like the National Treasure.
It was supposed to be a sequel to that movie,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen because the movie was a flop.
Yeah, it didn't take off. And I understand why. So it being a Disney movie, so I was gonna say before, I noticed some the one scene had some real Fantasia vibes where he's trying to clean up before his girlfriend comes over and he enchants all the mops to clean up
Yeah.
the lair, and then he goes to have a shower, and then the mops just kind of go crazy and create a mess of everything, as Mickey does in Fantasia. So it was a nice little nod.
It's been a long time since I saw Fantasia.
That's the only part of Fantasia I remember.
I actually, we were driving down the street 3 weeks ago or so, and our one neighbor who is always selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace and picking up free things and giving away free things had a bunch of stuff on the side of the road. So we pulled over to the side and started looking. I'm like, there's a projector here. So I grabbed the projector. It had the projector, the remote, a screen for the projector, and a seal mount for the projector.
Oh.
So I grabbed it, brought it home, plugged it all in, went to get a USB stick to test it out. Yep. And the first movie, I was like, Fantasia, copied it over to the USB stick and put it on and started playing it. And the projector works great. So I've got another projector.
Wonder why
Not that I need a third projector, but hey, I've got a third projector.
Yeah. I'm going to steal it when I go camping.
Not a bad idea. You can borrow it. I do have three.
Theft is the key word.
Yeah.
That's it. I gave Nicolas Cage, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, a C.
And I gave it the same.
You did.
For different reasons.
Say it was as bad. Like, it wasn't boring.
You didn't watch it with kids.
I didn't watch it with kids. I think it would have been too much for them. I think.
Yeah, maybe. My kids loved it.
By the way, Alfred Molina straight up stabs a dude in the face with knives and kills him.
I don't remember that part. I don't remember that.
If you know what happens, and they allude to it later, where he is going to do it to Nicolas Cage.
Yes, I do remember.
But the sorcerer Jay Baruchel stops the knives from going into his face at the end. But Alfred Molina does that when a guy, he's crossing the street and a guy comes up in a car and lays on the horn and sticks his head out the window, like, what the heck? Get out of the road, blah, blah, blah. And then sits back down in the car, and Alfred Molina opens up his jacket and uses his magic to pull knives out and shoots them through the windshield to where the guy's sitting.
See it happen.
You don't see it, but
you know it happened. Yeah.
That dude got wrecked with knives.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things in the movie that was like that. That was like, wow, did that just happen in a kid's movie? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. So what's the reason that Monica Bellucci was your crush?
Oh, she just got that figure.
Okay. I thought maybe you saw her in something over and over, like one of those movies you watched a lot as a kid, or your parents had, or
I watched a lot of. She's in Matrix Reloaded.
Okay.
I watched a lot of that when I was a kid. So they definitely played up the sexy girl vibes. She was the girlfriend of the Merovingian.
I don't know who the Merovingian is.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna scroll through it and see who. Yeah.
Just look at Monica Bellucci Matrix, and she'll be right there.
Persephone. Her name's Persephone.
Persephone, sure, makes sense.
That's who she played. I don't know who that Merovingian is still, but anyway. Okay.
He's the French dude who shows up in the new Matrix movie. He got kicked out as an exile.
Okay.
Yep, that's my story.
Tim Crowley. Cool. Well, I didn't watch anything KG.
I would like to say that I am now
Still waiting for
one
you to catch
movie
up.
away from catching up to you.
Still waiting for you to catch up.
One movie.
Uh-huh. And yet we're
What's-
still waiting.
What's next? Season of the Witch. This is hilarious. He went from Sorcerer's Apprentice, the next movie, Season of the Witch. Like back-to-back fantasies.
Yeah, I haven't seen Season of the Witch, but I have other gaps below that you don't have.
You have a couple of
Captain
gaps here.
Corelli, Windtalkers,
8mm?
adaptation. Yeah, for 8mm. It's still right here on VHS.
I know.
From you.
I give it to you.
Yeah.
Matchstick
Same
Men, you
with
got to
Windtalkers.
rewatch.
Yeah. That one I
Lord
enjoy.
of
I know
War,
that.
Weatherman.
Yep. That's a lot. Oh, I forgot about the Wicker Man. Oh, Jesus.
And World Trade Center. Come on, how could you forget?
Yeah, not looking forward to watching that. It does not sound fun.
Wait till September.
An anniversary watch.
Shouldn't laugh.
Uh,
But he's
Yeah.
still making movies, by the way, so this list is continuing to get longer.
I know. We need to start watching like 2 a week at least.
I'm catching up.
Because he ain't gonna quit.
He ain't quitting. So,
Well, I
Season of the
also
Witch
told
and
you
Drive
today.
Angry are coming up. Sorry, continue.
Told you today that I posted an ad of some. Since my son was pressuring me to sell things and make me money to buy a Switch 2, I also
Mhm.
posted a box full of scratched games.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 4 boxes. In one listing, I took a main photo. I should probably pop that up for you. I kind of did a teaser photo of the best games that I had in the box. And that's probably why I got a lot of attention on it right away. So let me just share that up here. And you can see what the people, where is this? Share
The
my
people.
screen. This screen, that's not the right one. This screen, share. So this was what
Wow.
was in the teaser of what's in there. So obviously these
Are all scratched.
Scarface, Alice Madness
Alice,
Returns,
yeah.
The Hulk for Xbox 360, Dragon Ball, Raging something or other, Naruto, Shenmue 2, Ormenius Excellent, Knights 2, Lord of the Ring Conquest. This one actually has more value than I thought too. There's Sonic Heroes, SNK versus Capcom. I don't remember. No, SVC Chaos. SVC Chaos. SNK versus Capcom and Def Jam Vendetta. Yeah, those are all games that I've got sitting here that I've been meaning to scratch repair for a long time and have not. Many of them, most of them have been in my collection or my pile, my bins of scratch stuff for years.
Yeah.
So I just haven't done anything with them. I did try fixing Vendetta, and I'm pretty sure it'll play fine, but I just don't like selling a game that's that value where you can still see a scratch on it, like a deep scratch. So most of them are that kind of thing. They probably would have been fine. Other vendors would have sold them just fine.
Yeah.
But I just did not feel comfortable selling them scratched. So I sold them all as scratched instead.
Okay.
I also had some other ones. Punisher for Xbox, Rumble Roses XX, Silent Hill for the Room, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. What else we got here? Wii Sports Resort, and then 2 more Loose Wii Sports Resort. Namco Museum 50th anniversary, both for PS2. Another Odominius X-Men. No, that's the same one. It's just in the box. Another Alice Madness Returns, though. WF for All Stars. I don't know what that was for. Bunch of Rocksmiths. Half-Life 2 for Xbox. Far Cry Predator for Xbox 360. Twisted Metal Black. I don't think carries any value. iNinja for original Xbox. Hunter the Reckoning. I think that was harder to find for a bit there. Xbox 360 Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, which had some value for a while there.
Yeah. Yeah, all these are
Um,
like if you got them working, a decent amount of
yeah,
money.
yeah. Rock Band 2, Rocksmith again, another Rocksmith over there. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Uh, Trauma Center and New Blood. I don't think that carries value anymore
No,
though.
not a bunch. No.
Intellivision Lives, Guitar Hero 3. What do we got? Wii Fit Plus. That's trash. What else? There's tons of stuff. Super Monkey Ball Adventure for PS2, Animal Crossing for GameCube, Pac-Man World 2 GameCube, Harvest Moon Magical Melody GameCube. And there's also Mr. Driller for PlayStation 1. Ready to Rumble Boxing for Dreamcast. Jack and Daxter.
Wow.
And then 5 copies of New Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Wii. 5 copies.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bunch.
Yeah. Oh, Pokemon Pokepark for Wii.
Where'd you get all these scratch games from? Why are they so scratched?
Just collections of games that I've bought over the years. There's also a Pokemon Battle Revolution for Wii. Yeah.
And you just like take one to Beat Goes On every once in a while and get one?
No, I didn't. I just, nope. I should have. I have a resurfacing machine.
Yeah.
I also have a buffing machine for resurfacing.
Yeah. You just didn't want to do it.
It's tedious to use them.
Yeah.
I've done it. And one of the discs, the first disc I went to use on the new buffer, I melted the disc before I could do any fix to deep scratches. You have to keep spraying with water and then buff and spray and buff. You have to get the right angle right. You have to move in a circular pattern. It's a nightmare. And my buffing machine is a nightmare as well, in a different way. It's easier to work with, but then you have to use compounds like liquids. There's 2 different liquids you need to use, and you're not supposed to use the same disc with the rougher liquid as you are in the softer liquids. You have to replace the buffing disc. And then there's another buffing disc that's just basically sandpaper, and the rest of them are like a sponge material. So it's just a pain in the butt. And those buffing discs are expensive and getting harder to find.
Yeah.
Supposed to be able to repair like 100 discs with one buffing disc, but it doesn't work that way.
So it sounds like you should be selling that buffing machine and getting another one.
Well,
that's
the buffing wheel is
easier
what Beat Goes On uses.
Okay.
Yeah. Buffing wheel is what Beat Goes On uses.
Yeah.
And it probably is a better method because you're more spot treating and it's less likely to leave those scratches behind. You ever look at a disc and you see a pattern of circular scratches that go along? That's from a buffing machine. And it's usually just that they didn't do the last step, which is to polish.
Yeah.
But it's just, I probably should just use the buffing machine. It's just tedious to get to know how to use it. And I don't know whether the buffing discs I'm using are good enough, like the wheels on the buffing machine are good enough or not. They're basically just old cloth material. Like literally someone took a bunch of shirts and attached them together and stitched them. I've even seen Facebook videos of people in India making the buffing discs out of old shirts and stuff.
Wow.
Like that's all they are. And they'll work. It's just, I don't know the right strategy. I've watched videos on it. I've watched videos on how to use my machine, everything. My machine, when I bought it, I think I got for $125. And I originally looked at my JFJ Easy Pros is the machine, and it was $75. And I almost bought it several times, and then it started going up in price as it became popular to fix discs. So I bought it at $125. And now I'm pretty sure they're like $250 or something.
Yeah.
If I've looked recently, it's hard to find the right person. The guy that came and bought the games, so I sold off-road boxes for $50, and I had a bunch of messages all at once. But one was definitely a reseller, some Peter, someone in town that I'd seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And then and he said he'd be in contact with me. I'm like, whatever, man. And then a couple other people, one person asked if I'd ship them. And then this other guy messaged me saying he's in Paris and he's just about to eat dinner. Can he come right after dinner? He'll be here in an hour. I'm like, as long as you're going to be here. He's like, I'm serious. I'm not your typical Facebook guy. I'll be there. And he's like, I'll do a $10 deposit if you want. I'm like, just the fact that you offered that is good enough for me. I'll see you in an hour. Here's my address.
Yeah.
So he showed up in his BMW. His wife was in the car, looked at her phone. He comes in and he said he has a buffing machine and he likes doing it. He doesn't like anything going to waste. I'm like, I'm the same way. I've just held on to these for too long. Like I never have time to figure out how to use the machine correctly. And he's like, yeah, you got kids. I see that. I can understand you don't have time and blah, blah, blah. And then he said he also fixes broken consoles. So I said, hey, you interested in any consoles? Because I got a couple sitting right here. So I pulled out a box I had right there in the garage and it had two Wii U's with no tablets, just a black one, a white one. And then an Xbox 360 Slim, the black one, and then two SNESs. And he was interested in the SNESs right away. He asked me how much, and I'm like, I don't care. I had little labels on each one, tell you what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
And I said $20 for both of them. I don't care. And he's like, sure, sounds good. He's like, I can use them for parts at least. I'm like, sounds good.
Yeah,
He said
good.
he's got a buddy that sells SNESs on Etsy for $200 with cords. He's like, he sells them all the time. No problem. If I give them to him for $80, he'll sell them on Etsy for 200.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So great. It can be your problem now. I'll take the $20. I've been holding on to these broken SNESs for way too long.
Yeah. Sometimes you just better cut loose.
And I salvaged products off one of them, so it's fine. But that one had a weird issue. Like you pop in Super Mario World, and you would be playing, but Mario would be invisible.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Everything else worked great. Just Mario was invisible.
That's so funny.
Hard
Hard mode.
Super hard mode. The other games would throw errors. If you put in Turtles in Time, I think it threw an error. Like some kind of, I can't remember if it was the copy protection error or if it was something else. But either way, it's probably bad pins or something. But I think I even took the pin connector out of one that I knew worked and swapped it and didn't fix it. So it's probably not that simple. Yeah, something. Yeah, he said he does a little bit of soldering, so I don't expect him to be able to fix that one. He'll just use it for parts, and the board will lie around. Maybe he'll need the power supply out of it or something. I don't remember. I think the power supply is on the board. I forget. Yeah.
As long as it's getting used, got a little bit of money out of it.
Yep.
More for your Switch too.
Yeah, exactly what my son said. Go figure.
I'm considering getting rid of all my lower dollar stuff that I've been pulling around from show to show.
Are you gonna trade it in?
Just gonna trade it all in. I think the time has come. So I'm spending more money on table space that I'm making off of those games. So yeah, I'm just gonna take them all in. I just need time to do it. And now that we need to get a new vehicle, if I can get if I can get $1,000 for all the stuff I have, I mean, that's probably wishful thinking, but
yeah,
one less $1,000 I gotta pay.
So. All right. Well, that's good. Do it. Get rid of it all.
Yeah.
So I'll take it into your local store and get whatever they'll give you.
Get whatever I get for it. Yeah.
Do they ever say no?
I'm sure they will. But last time every time I've been in there, like I went in there, we went in there with Hodge and Fraser the one time. And he said, yeah, I buy collections all the time. No, it's not a problem. So we'll see.
Yeah. He probably a lot of them will only buy collections if you have good stuff too. They only take the crap if you also have really good stuff they can make good profit off with. Or they also seem to like wish lists there. Like if people have a wish list that they want games of and you have something that's on somebody's wanted list, then they're more likely to take what you have because they want to fulfill someone's wanted list.
Yeah, that's true. So.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We shall see. I might have to dip into like the $10 and $15 stuff too, just to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit, but it is what it is.
You know, microplay too.
True. They're probably even more picky though.
Yeah, probably.
They have even less space than my.
They could easily send it to another location. Then the beat goes on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other option. I took, by the way, speaking of beat goes on, I took 3
You talked about a
boxes.
box. Yeah.
3 boxes to beat goes on.
The kitchen location, which is the bigger one that's more likely to take
things to the Waterloo location first.
Oh, okay. Yes, you told us about that, I thought. You
Did
told
I?
us about that last month. I thought so.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
just,
don't
I'm
think you
so,
got a feather through on what Kitchener wanted or was offering. I thought you
yeah, they
told us that
basically,
you took it.
I took it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they took about the equivalent of, I think they said they took 78 things, something like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
I got $40 in credit.
Oh my God. $40 for 78 things. That's less than $1 thing.
Less than $1 thing. Yeah. And most of it came back. And I was just like, this sucks. There's a reason everyone's just donating or throwing the stuff out.
Yeah.
No one is just buying it. So whatever. It is what it is.
Went under like 10 years and it'll be valuable.
Yeah.
Ah,
I don't have that much space.
I couldn't tell.
I did play a game. 2 games, actually.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't remember if I talked about it on last episode, but the PlayStation 5, I've been playing the new Astrobot game. The kids have really gotten into Astrobot, Astro's Playroom on PS5. Free game. And it is basically the tech demo to show you how everything works.
And
You
this
go
is a
around
free tech demo, unlike Nintendo.
yeah. Yeah. Their welcome park.
Hey, you had talked about Astrobot before. You told us he was starting it,
Yeah.
which is why I sent you that T-shirt.
We were talking into we were playing like Rescue Mission, and that got too hard for them, basically.
Okay.
And so we moved over to Astro's Playroom. I finished Astro's Rescue Mission. We went into Astro's Playroom. I beat the game. Craig came over, and we basically trophy hunted, and we platinumed it. I platinumed the new Astro game, which is I only have like maybe 5 platinums, so it's cool if that's one of them. And then my kids have really gotten into it, and so they've gone through, and I've helped them on certain points, but they've gone through and collected everything as well. Not all the trophies, but all the collectibles and all the stuff that you can, puzzle pieces and stuff like that. And in it, you collect artifacts, which are just PlayStation, either consoles or peripherals. So that's been fun. So every time they collect something, they're like, "What's that?" So I explain to them what it is, and
They
9 times out of 10, I have it. So I just
Yeah.
go and pull it out, like, "Look, there it is." And they seem to get a kick out of like, "There, like I'm holding it and it's in the game." And so when they unlock the PS5, they're like, "Wait a second, that's what we're playing on." I'm like, "Yes." And there it is in front of you. And that's been kind of fun.
That's a mortgage payment.
Yeah. So, anyways, for my birthday, I asked for the new. I think we talked about. I asked for the new Astro game for PS5, and I got it from my parents, but I have not got into it yet because everybody's got to finish Astro's Playroom before I can break the new game out. So that might be.
I don't know when my parents stopped giving me birthday gifts, but you kind of just made me realize that.
Or more specifically, when did they buy you the last video game? That's probably even longer.
That's way longer. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we might break that game out tomorrow because, yeah, my youngest collected all the last few little bits that he needed tonight. So it's been fun, and that's a fantastic game, by the way. If you get a when you get a PlayStation 5, you should absolutely play it. And then I also played another game that I had on PS2. However, PlayStation Network had it on sale for I think it was like $13 digitally.
Okay.
So
So the physical went into your for sale pile?
The physical went into my for sale pile, yes. Because why not? And honestly, I don't know if I'd ever play this game physically because damn, do I like that rewind feature that PlayStation uses now.
Oh, okay.
So
it was an older console game.
it's a PlayStation 2 game.
Okay.
And that game is Mr. Mosquito. I'm sure everyone listening to this
I've heard of it.
knows what mosquitoes. You basically play as a mosquito in Japan in a Japanese household, and your job is to go around, not job, but your objective is to go around and suck enough blood out of all the family members to get through the winter. But slowly, the more blood you suck, the crazier they go and the more aggressive they are trying to kill you. And it is weird and it is so Japanese It is hilarious. The people playing with me didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I did because of how strange and odd, and it controls really weird. But we did work our way through it. It only took about maybe 2 hours to get through, so it's pretty short. Less because we use the rewind. Like if we got stuck somewhere, we would just rewind to the last bit and then continue on. But yeah, it's very fun. And there's a very Japanese point where you are sucking blood from a lady's chest while she's in the bathtub.
Okay. Why not?
No
right?
nudity. No nudity.
You could have landed on her arm.
Yeah, no, it is. You can only land in certain spots.
Oh,
it's,
even better.
It's right there, and the camera sure makes the move to come around to show you the. You don't see everything, but you see a good tease.
I haven't watched a gameplay video because I was curious how the gameplay was, and then you talk about the nudity, and then it pops up, or the non-nudity, I should say.
Non-nudity, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but very, very funny. Made me laugh. So, it's been good.
And that's when your wife walks in and you're playing it.
Thankfully not that time. She did walk in when, I don't know if you've played Incredible Crisis, but when we were playing Incredible Crisis, there's a point where you go in with a lady into a Ferris wheel and you have to give her a massage. And she makes a lot of very suggestive noises and hearts pop up, and it's very funny. That's when my wife walked in. She said, "What the hell are you playing?"
Oh boy.
So, very funny. But yeah, Mr. Mosquito, fun. Worth $13 in my opinion. Physical is worth like going from like 80 to 110, I think, somewhere in there. So
okay.
That's one I found in the garbage.
Sell it.
I'm also trying to hit, in preparation for the new Astrobot game, apparently you collect figure or Astrobots that are dressed like characters from PlayStation games. And I believe I heard Dan Reichert say that one of them is a Mr. Mosquito character.
Yeah, okay.
But you wouldn't know that unless you played Mr. Mosquito.
It's just the girl in the bathtub.
Yeah, probably. We'll find out when I play it. So
I won't find out because I won't play it.
Not yet. You will play it one day.
Yeah, right after I play all the PlayStation 4 games I never played.
Well, those are still there. They'll never go away.
Well, I'm reobtaining Squid Game with English.
With English sub or dub.
Dub, yeah.
Yeah. Well, is that an episode?
Unless you want to do a blind draft I have here on best sitcoms of all time.
Okay, we can do it quick. I got 20 minutes and I got to start uploading.
All right. Number one, or list, whatever. They ain't number one, but first one to choose is Golden Girls.
Whoa, I never really watched Golden Girls.
Oh, that's too bad for you. You should go back and watch it. It is legitimately funny.
The ones I have seen have been good.
I really watched, but
I'm gonna put it at. I'll put it at 4, just because I didn't really watch it, and I don't gonna say that it's bad enough. The parts I have watched have been good, but I'll put it at 4.
I gotta put it at 3, just because I don't know what else is gonna come up.
Okay.
I would put it at 2 if I thought there'd be crap coming up.
Okay.
Are you actually writing a list?
I just have a little notepad here so I can.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing too. Yeah. I just numbered 1 to 5.
Yep.
The Office US.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I'm gonna put that at number 2.
I'm putting that at 5 because Steve Carell's annoying.
He's annoying the first season, and then the rest of it is.
No, he's just annoying.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
The first, I think Ricky Gervais is more annoying than Steve Carell.
But I couldn't tolerate Ricky Gervais as annoying more than Steve Carell's.
Okay, well, to each their own. I think Steve Carell is very annoying the first season of The Office because they were trying to copy the British Office. Then second season, he kind of found his own stride and is not as annoying.
I couldn't even get through the first 2 episodes of the US first season. I think I can try it again someday, but All right. Next one, Frasier.
Frasier. Oof. I did
Not our
watch that
friend
one.
Frasier. I really
My
liked
mom-
Frasier. It's been a long time since I saw it.
Frasier's like I remember my mom watching that show.
I'm gonna put it at 2.
You put it at 2.
It's been a while since I saw it, but I remember really liking it.
It's been a long time. I don't really know. I guess I know it more than Golden Girls, so I think by default I have to put it at 3 then.
Okay. All right, 2 to go.
2 to go. Here I
Next
am
one
stuck
is-
again. The same thing that happens to me every time we do this. I
Your
have
first one and
1
last one
and
left?
5.
See, I had 1 and 4.
Okay.
This is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, 5. Garbage.
I never really watched it. There are moments of funny, but I don't really.
Okay. I'm fine with that being it. My wife likes that show, but I watch it. I'm like, it's fine.
So we both have number 1 left.
We both have number 1 left.
This better not
be a
be
good one.
bad.
It better be a good one.
I love Lucy.
I guess we really do love Lucy.
Man,
Man, where's Seinfeld? Come on.
I know. I was waiting for Seinfeld too. So my list is I Love Lucy, Frasier, Golden Girls, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Office US.
Mine is I Love Lucy, The Office US, Frasier, Golden Girls, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We done screwed up.
Boy.
We screwed up. I would have
Yep.
put Office at number 1 then.
Yeah, I should have put Golden Girls at number 1. Or Frasier. Anything. Any one of them.
Anything. Yeah. I Love Lucy, man. Yeah. You should. Yeah, I think you need to clarify.
I'm sure that's good. I'm sure I Love Lucy is decent to go back and watch. It may be hard to hold up,
Yeah.
but like, I'm sure it was a good show.
I whenever I watched it, it was fine. When we watched like TV Land back in the day.
Mhm.
I think next time we need to more specify years between.
It's set up all time.
I know.
The biggest
Next
problem
time we
was
should
that
do
it
like
gave
90s,
us.
like 90s sitcoms.
The problem was that it gave us 90s and 2000s, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden way the hell back.
And then threw it for a loop. Yeah.
Yeah, Leave It to Beaver, but
Yeah. Well, that would have been. I'd have put. Yeah, that would have been number 1.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it.
I love Leave It to Beaver. Watched that a bunch. Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island, I know more than Leave It to Beaver or I Love Lucy
Okay.
because my dad liked Gilligan's Island. Heck, he got my son on it. They watched our kids a few years ago, and my son got watching Gilligan's Island, and he came home and wanted to watch Gilligan's Island. Like he wanted the box set. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Good show.
Yeah.
Good show. Alrighty. Well, that's been episode 55, everyone. Thank you for listening. Happy
Yeah.
Canada Day. Happy 4th of July. Whenever you're listening. to
No,
this.
just Canada Day.
Just Canada Day. Yeah.
Unfortunately for our US friends, they don't get it.
They're welcome to celebrate with us.
It's not their
We will
fault.
allow it. We will allow them
Yes,
to
yeah.
celebrate our day with us.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Come to Canada, come celebrate.
Yeah. Come and join. Derek has room in his house for sleepovers.
And if the Q Dogs came over, I'd make room.
There you go. He's got a trampoline he can throw a blanket over.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next month.
Bye.